Hey friends, today we're going to be checking out 10 NES games which deserve to be talked about a whole lot more than they already are. 10 real solid hidden gems here, let's go check them out. Starting us off today at number 10 is Base Wars. Now this is a top 10 video, this isn't a playthrough or a long play. So I'm going to give a quick little summary about what the game is and why I like it. I'll show a couple minutes of gameplay, and then we'll move on to the next one. So this is Base Wars. Now this is a game that's set in the future. It's robots playing baseball, and really one of the cool things about it is that outs can be determined by combat, and the combat itself is cool. The game's got a campaign mode, it's got great multiplayer, it's got all sorts of customization, it's got all sorts of great editing, it's got team creation, cool rosters, it's got semi-realistic teams, and what I mean, you know, it's got St. Louis, it's got your Toronto, it's got Chicago, it's got Minnesota. Tons of cool stuff. This is just a really fun game, and it's definitely worth a look. Next up at number 9 is Ultima Exodus. Now this is the sole RPG on my list. This is one that people don't really talk a whole lot about. It's not exactly a Final Fantasy. I know the graphics aren't exactly anything to write home about either, but it's a really fun game and worth a shot. It's one of those where the grind is just really enjoyable. Now one thing I do want to stress is if you do decide to play this game, I'm going to flash up 2 pages from the instruction manual shortly. They are really necessary just in terms of knowing what the maximum stats for the different races and everybody are. So this will save you a whole lot of headache if you decide to play it. Definitely worth a shot. Check it out, man. Next at number 8 is Bubble Bobble. Now this is a game that's definitely not underrated, don't get me wrong, everyone knows about Bubble Bobble, but it's one that not a whole lot of people talk about, which is kind of the topic of this video. For a while it seemed like it was always one of those games people would talk about Rescue Rangers and Duck Hunt and your Mega Mans and Bubble Bobble and Castlevania, and Bubble Bobble kind of dropped off. It may have been my personal bubble, but I mean, this game definitely deserves to be talked about and played constantly. This game is good. Good. Classic. The one tidbit about the game I will add though, is remember if you do have a game over, to choose continue. So choose one player continue and not just the regular one player afterward, or else you'll start over. Been guilty of doing that a time or 2 or 3, it's pretty frustrating. At number 7 is Hoops. Now this is my purest sports game on my entire list. Actually this and Base Wars were the only 2 sports games on my entire list. But anyway, this is a good one. This is an atypical basketball game. You don't just play the regular games, it's got around the world, it's got 1-on-1, it's got 2-on-2, it's got several modes, it's got penalties, it's got fouls. It's a pretty impressive game for what it is. And to be perfectly honest, it's got a fantastic soundtrack. If you're in the mood for a basketball game, one that you could just pick up and play for a few minutes and have a good time, I would recommend this one. Number 6, Burger Time. Arguably the most pick up and play friendly game I've ever played. This is a good one. So this is one that people don't really talk about very much. I know in my little small circle of friends, it's kind of a cult classic just because it's so super difficult at times, but so incredibly satisfying if you get to the second level. Or the third if you're insane. Beyond that, yeah, it's crazy, I know. This entire clip has got zero editing. This is just a raw pick up and play for a little bit, shut it off. I love it. At number 5, we have Moon 8. Now this game is kind of cheating because it's not an officially licensed game by a long shot. In fact, it came out in, I think it was 2012 or 2013 is when I got it, by a group or a person known as Rain Warrior. Now long story short, this is the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon album in NES form. Please enjoy. Number 4 is Tubin. Tubin is a game that we rented, we meaning my brothers and I, so many times growing up whenever nothing else was left. Like all the good games would be gone, Tubin would always be there. But that's not to say it's not a good game, it's extremely fun. You're cruising down a river, you're avoiding obstacles, you're throwing cans of soda at stuff, you're being shot at. It is way more fun than it has any right to be. Alright, down to the top 3. At number 3, we've got Rolling Thunder. This game, on the surface, looks terrible, and I didn't play it for years and years and years and years. But it's got some of the most responsive gun shooting, I don't want to say physics, some of the most responsive gun shooting of any game I think I've ever played. I mean, I could turn left, right, pow pow. It's really satisfying to shoot things. But on the flip side, it's just as easy for the enemy to kill you. And you'll see at the end here the death that caused me to shut this game off in frustration. But it's a good one, it's worth playing. At number 2 is the Blue Marlin. I know I said there'd only be 2 sports games on my list, but fishing is kind of its own category, so I apologize there. So this is a really fun game. It treats you to a really wicked cool cutscene. It's right out the gate here, as you can see. But I want to stress this is not your common standard fishing game. It's got stats to build up, it's got cool mechanics, it's got some RPG elements to it, a strong Japanese influence, and if you try and catch the titled Blue Marlin right off the bat, you're not going to catch it. You're not going to have a chance in heck of catching it because your stats aren't good enough. But if you build them up, if you progressively catch bigger and bigger stuff, you'll catch bigger and bigger fish. There's a lot of satisfaction in this game. It's worth a peek. I highly recommend it. And number 1 is Rampart. Rampart is without a doubt the game that people have talked to me about the least, that I enjoy the most. It is a really, really fun game. It's got great single player, great multiplayer. And don't forget, if you do happen to get beaten, you get to come back with upgraded cannons and have a heck of a fighting chance. Sweet little bonus. Here's that list again. Well, friends, it's been fun. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. See you later.